Hello, today we are going to discuss the third point on the liver channel, Liv-3, Tai Chong. This point is yuan source and the shoestring point on the liver channel. In terms of the point's name, Tai is supreme, great, and Chong refers to the Chongmai, the penetrating vessel. Classics state that Liv-3 is where the Chongmai and the kidney channel converge. The name implies the ability of this point to have a profound influence on the constitutional yuan qi. As we will see, we can use Liv-3 to resolve deep-rooted health issues such as organ problems, metabolic issues, and much more. Liv-3 manifests the 15th hexagram named Qian, meaning humbling or modesty. It's an auspicious hexagram. Its inner lower trigram is Gun, mountain, and corresponds to Yang Earth in the postnatal formation. The hexagram's outer upper trigram is Kun, field, corresponding with Yin Earth in the postnatal formation. Liv-3 is a yuan source point, and as such, we can apply it for the diagnosis and treatment of its related zhang, the liver. Each of the 12 primary channels has a yuan source point where the yuan qi can be accessed. Kidney grants access to the yuan qi that the sanjiao distributes through the 5 zhang and 6 fu. Acupuncture channels communicate to their corresponding zhang and fu through the source points. Therefore, the source points profoundly influence the zhang they represent. Source points also serve as a diagnostic tool. We can tap into the status of the zhang by palpating the source point. For example, the two most essential functions of the liver are promoting smooth flow of qi and storing blood. The smooth flow of qi influences digestion and other processes in the body. It helps spleen qi to ascend and stomach qi to descend. It stimulates the gallbladder secretion of bile, and it ensures the smooth flow of qi in the intestines and the uterus, thus influencing menstruation. Liver qi profoundly affects the emotional state by providing a smooth emotional flow. If a patient exhibits a complex pattern of symptoms, be it digestive or emotional, we can suspect liver involvement. We can palpate Liv-3 for soreness. A sore source point would indicate that the zhang is involved in this pathology. As we can see, yuan source points are of fundamental importance in diagnosing and treating the respective zhang. For example, we can use Liv-3 in acupuncture prescriptions to address liver diseases such as hepatitis and liver cirrhosis. Liv-3 treats hypertension due to hyperactive liver yang and liver fire, another liver zhang related pathology. The most common precursor of this pattern is a long-standing emotional state of anger and frustration. Needling Liv-3 calms yang and clears liver fire. To treat hypertension due to hyperactive liver yang, combine Liv-3 with large intestine 11 and gallbladder 34. This combination also treats post-stroke hemiplegia. Now, for hemiplegia, you want to make sure you needle only one side, the healthy side, and you let the patient to work out the injured side. Other points to treat liver yang and fire blazing are Liv-1, a root point on the liver channel, Liv-2, a fire point that clears heat, and spleen 6, a point that facilitates yin qi and calms shen. I find bleeding the tip of the ear very helpful as well. Another function of the liver is that it stores blood, which can become depleted. The symptoms of blood deficiency are insomnia, scanty periods, and muscle cramps. As a consequence of liver qi stagnation, liver blood can also become stagnant because Qi is the commander of blood. We can use Liv-3 to address both patterns. To treat insomnia due to blood deficiency, we want to combine Liv-3 with Liv-1, a wood point on the liver channel, gallbladder 44, a metal point, bladder 18 and bladder 19, which are back Shu points that correspond to the liver and the gallbladder, plus some points that come Shen, such as Du20, gallbladder 12, and lung 3. The liver controls sinews, tendons, which depend on the liver blood to moisten and nourish them. Liver blood deficiency often manifests in the sinews as physical tiredness and weakness, cramps, and contraction of the tendons. Liv-3 is a point of choice to treat cramps due to liver blood deficiency. Combined with gallbladder 34, an influential point of the sinews for better effect. The classics say excessive walking damages the sinews. I interpret this as athletic injuries in runners, soccer and basketball players. Qi and blood stagnation result in swelling, pain and spasms, and later on manifest as numbness of the thighs, weakness and muscular atrophy. We can use Liv-3 with supplementation technique to invigorate Qi and blood, dredge channels and free the lower vessels for all these symptoms. I also routinely use Liv-3 and gallbladder 34 to treat acute back pain and sciatica. For weakness in the lungs, the classic combination is Liv-3, gallbladder 34, stomach 42, and gallbladder 40. A fascinating combination. A source point plus a He point is a rather standard combination. However, selecting the source points of the channel that belong to the earth and wood phases may seem counterintuitive because the earth and the wood phases are in controlled relationship. Yet, this is a common occurrence in classical prescription because controlling phases help balance each other. A similar combination for the inability to walk due to back injury involves Liv-3, Liv-4, that's another excellent point for back pain, and stomach 36, an earth point on the earth channel. We can also apply Moxa to Liv-3. For example, we can use Moxa on Liv-3, stomach 45 and gallbladder 31 for weakness of the legs. In my practice, I use Moxa on the needle for Liv-3 and gallbladder 31 and direct Moxa on stomach 45. Liv-3 also treats stiff joints. For example, we can use Liv-3 as a single needle treatment for painful and stiff joints due to deficiency of Qi and Yin with stagnation of cold pathogen. For the pain of the hip joint, we can needle Liv-3 and gallbladder 41. As a yuan source point that accesses both Zhen and Chong penetrating vessel, Liv-3 plays a role in treating wasting and thirsting disorder. One of the classical prescriptions for wasting thirst is Liv-3, Liv-2, Du26 and Zhen 24, 2 points in the sublingual region, Jin and Yu-Ye, that's MH20, Zhen 23, that's a point on the throat, followed by large intestine 11, pericardium 8, spleen 5, kidney 2, and spleen 1. Next, let's discuss the energetics of liver in terms of the 5-phase theory. Yuan source points on the yin channels are the same as the Shu stream points. Shu stream points on the yin channels belong to the earth phase. As an earth point on the liver wood channel, Liv-3 can treat the disharmony of the liver wood and spleen earth. It can treat diseases related to wood phase disharmony, wind, and it can also treat earth phase disharmony, dampness. Therefore, Liv-3 is an essential point to treat wind dampness. For back pain with abdominal distension, use Liv-3 and spleen-3, and for deficiency taxation edema, use Moxa on Liv-3 and bladder 23. Another important and perhaps underused point to treat wind dampness is Liv-7. It's an amazing point to treat wind dampness affecting the knees. And of course you choose it on the opposite side of the body. Another vital aspect of wood and earth correspondence of Liv-3 point is its ability to address the liver invading the spleen, which can cause digestive disturbances. In particular, Liv-3 is an essential point to treat changes in bowel movement. For difficulty in defecation, use Liv-3, Gen12, Gen5, bladder 57, kidney 3, kidney 4, bladder 33, bladder 56. And for diarrhea with thin stools or bloody dysentery, combine Liv-3 with Liv-8 and spleen 6. Another prescription for the blood in the stool is Liv-3, bladder 57, kidney 7, spleen 3. When the liver invades the spleen, it can cause severe depletion of spleen qi, which causes stagnation of blood. For the 5 types of hemorrhoids, a classic recipe is Liv-3, bladder 40, bladder 57, bladder 58, gallbladder 38, gallbladder 43, kidney 7, Gen 7, and the local points Gen 1 and Du 1. As a source yuan point, Liv-3 has a powerful capacity to rectify and regulate the liver channel. We can use it to treat all symptoms of the liver channel. To further facilitate the liver channel, we can combine Liv-3 with Liv-1 point, a wood face point or the root point on the liver channel. One of the most famous acupuncture point combinations involving Liv-3 is the 4 gates, bilateral needling of large intestine 4 and Liv-3. These are 2 yuan source points, one on the yang and one on the yin channel. 4 gates free and regulate yuan qi in the sanjiao. Opening 4 gates balances the liver, treats pain, extinguishes wind, and clears heat. This combination has many applications, of which the primary is the ability to treat any headache. It is also an essential combination for treating diseases of the nose. For better effects with the headache, thread Liv-3 towards kidney 1 and large intestine 4 towards pericardium channel, pericardium 8 per se, to regulate ascension and descension of yin and yang, qi and blood. Threading also ensures that all yang channels get the treatment. So 4 gates is a combination that opens the orifice to treat dizziness, visual disturbances, insomnia, profuse dreaming, spasms, and twitching, epilepsy, inability to focus thoughts from liver fire flaring up, and liver qi counterflow. We can use the 4 gates to treat cold or hot bee. In particular, the 4 gates treat unendurable pain in the arm that radiates to the shoulder and spine. The 4 gates treat constrained patterns. This combination treats biliary colics and facilitates gallstones passing. Next, to understand the influence of the Liv-3 point, let's review the trajectory of the liver channel. So, on the torso, the liver channel circulates the genitals and lower abdomen. Liv-3 treats unilateral testicular herniation from cold stagnation of the liver channel. And we can also add liver-1 to treat impotence. The same combination also treats the 7 kinds of Shan disorder. That's pain, swelling, and pathology of the lower abdomen, groin, and external genitalia. Another combination to treat the pain of the genitals is liver-3, bladder 23, and bladder 52. That's the point lateral to bladder 23. Plus you add to this combination bladder 64. That's a yuan source point of the bladder channel. We should think about the bladder channel as the yang of the kidney channel. So, in essence, we are opening the liver channel to access the genital region. Then we facilitate kidney yang to promote circulation. When we deal with the stagnation in the lower burner, in the genitals and reproductive system in particular, we are often not interested in boosting spleen qi to enhance circulation. Instead, we are more interested in facilitating kidney yang. Whereas when you have qi stagnation in the intestines or digestive tract, we are more interested in facilitating the spleen qi. A combination for red and white leukorrhea, we can mark 3 points on the abdomen, Zhen 2 and stomach 25 bilaterally, and then needle liver 3, Zhen 4, kidney 7, and spleen 6. For bedwetting, we use liver 3 and spleen 11, a point 8 sun proximal from the medial and superior border of the patella. It is called Ji-men, and Ji refers to Ji-shu, an astronomical term. In Chinese astronomy, the sky is divided into 4 quadrants, and the quadrant in the east is called the turquoise dragon, which has 7 mansions. In other words, we have only 3 seasons, 3 months. In Western calendar we have 3 months that belong to the spring season, but in Chinese calendar there are 7 smaller parts of the spring season. And the first of the 7 mansions of the turquoise dragon is of the east is Ji-shu. It represents the transition from the winter water season to the spring wood season. Hence, this point has many applications that deal with the urinary stoppage, bedwetting, and painful swelling of the groin. These are characteristics of both the water and the wood in our body. Other points in this combination are heart 5, the low point of the heart channel, and heart 7, the source point of the heart channel. Liver 1, bladder 28, that's the back Shu point of the bladder channel, and bladder 40, the He, C, and the earth point of the bladder channel. A combination for renal angina, that's pain in the kidneys, combine liver 3 with kidney 3. I use this combination routinely for acute and chronic low back pain with very good effect. Going back to the pathway of the liver channel, it ascends from the lower abdomen, intersecting the conception vessel at Zhen 2, Zhen 3, and Zhen 4. Hence, the liver channel influences the uterus. Liver 3 is instrumental for treating menstrual diseases such as flooding and spotting. For profuse and ceaseless uterine bleeding, use liver 3, kidney 8, that's a Shi cleft point on the yin qiao mai, kidney 10, a He Si, and the water point on the kidney channel, and spleen 6. For the uterine prolapse, we can choose liver 3, heart 8, a fire point on the heart channel, kidney 6, a confluent point of the yin qiao mai, and liver 8, the water and the mother point on the liver channel. For difficult delivery, reduce liver 3 and spleen 6 and reinforce large intestine 4. Next, from the lower abdomen, the liver channel continues upward to curve around the stomach, and then it enters the liver and connects with the gallbladder. For cholecystitis and gallstones, use Liv-3 and bleed bladder 40 to dredge damp heat from the liver and gallbladder. Remember, we previously used the 4 gates to treat colics and to help expel gallstones. And now we can use Liv-3 and bladder 40 to dredge damp heat. Next, the liver channel crosses the diaphragm and spreads in the costal and hypochondriac regions. Liv-3 treats cardiac diseases because the liver channel is the mother of the heart channel. We can combine Liv-3 and Liv-2, a fire point for the pain in the liver and the heart. Some acupuncture practitioners, myself included, believe the knee joint has a connection to the heart channel. Hence, treating Liv-3 is a good choice for knee pain. Additionally, the liver is related to the sinews, and Liv-3 has a connection with the heart because the source point on the liver channel nourishes the heart channel. Therefore, it treats knee pain. Some practitioners suggest Liv-3 treats only the lateral aspect of the knee, whereas Liv-2 treats the whole of the knee. I use both of these points on the opposite side to treat pain in my practice. A good combination for the knee pain is to add pericardium 6 on the same side. Next, a branch of the liver channel from the chest ascends along the neck and posterior aspect of the throat. Liv-3 dredges the liver and rectifies the spleen to treat plum pit chi. Next, the channel ascends to the nasopharynx to link with the tissues surrounding the eyes. And remember, we already said that Liv-3 is essential to treat sinus problems. Now, Liv-3 also treats many eye diseases that result from liver channel wind heat striking upward or liver fire flaring up. Liv-3 clears and extinguishes liver fire and liver yang. It soothes and drains wind heat of the liver channel. We can use this point to treat conjunctivitis, night blindness, and glaucoma. Next, a branch of the liver channel circulates from the eye into the cheek and circles inside the lips. Liv-3 treats wind fire and deficient fire toothache. So these are two types of toothache. Deficient fire toothache, that's kidney-related toothache, long-term decay or failing of the dental implants. And the wind fire is an acute dental pain. One way to think about it is that foot Juayin liver channel has an extraordinary connection with the hand Yangming large intestine channel. The basic combination to treat a toothache is large intestine 4 and stomach 36. But when this combination brings no results, we should add Liv-3. Everyone understands that large intestine 4 is chosen not just to treat large intestine channel, but because large intestine channel is related or balances the kidney channel. Next, liver is also effective in treating facial nerve paralysis and temporomandibular joint dysfunction. So, as you can see, Liv-3 is an essential point that can address various diseases. It has an access to all three energetics in the body: the yuan source qi, constitutional level, yin, nutritive qi, and wei, defensive qi. We had already discussed the yuan level extensively, but what about the yin and the wei qi? The classics say that 12 meridians circulate both yin, nutritive, and wei, defensive qi. When we discuss the 5 phases correspondence, we are talking about the yin, nutritive qi. And when we are dealing with the acute and chronic pain and look at treating the body with distal needling, that's balance method acupuncture, that's primarily we are working with wei, defensive qi. Hence, Liv-3 is a genuinely versatile point. Well, this is all for today. I hope you found my presentation helpful. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section. I have been your host, Andrei Yershov. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time.